No clap. Thank fuck for that.
No, we don't need to on here because we're doing it a
Getting
different way.
buried.
We're upgrading.
Welcome. Yeah. Look at this.
Look at the
Woo!
surrounding.
Right. All right. We're digressing.
We've got
We're
time.
being stricter. Being stricter.
Hi, bye.
But
Hi,
yeah,
guys.
welcome back. Hi guys. Bye
Bye,
guys.
guys.
But no, welcome back, everybody. Is the weekly episode of the rest of the fellas. The one thing that is not changing is that. You might notice a few differences in this week. We're going to be a bit more time restraint, try not to deviate too much. As we're well aware, 2 hour videos are not fun for nobody, especially Matt when he's got to edit them. So yeah, but fellas, let's get into it. How are we doing?
All right, mate. How about yourself?
I'm getting there. I know you guys have done the lives this week, and I know you have mentioned that I've been unwell. And it's a bit of a running thing through our videos. I get ill quite a lot. Nothing serious, but yeah, I'm feeling better. Good weekend. It was an alright weekend of wrestling as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about yous?
Oh, good, me, mate. Oh, good. Got a new purchase. Hang on.
Go on.
What's your purchase? What's your purchase?
Ciao.
Ka-chow!
I love them. They're
Fake
great.
ones, but we won't talk about that. But yeah, I'm very happy because I got him. Although back in work Thursday, so I'm not so happy about that.
I've got my.
But
I treat myself this weekend. Some new Future Shop merch.
Yeah, you were features up this weekend, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a good laugh. Good fun.
Good.
Got
Good
to props.
start to
Unfortunately,
weekend.
lost. He lost, unfortunately, but we move on to the next show.
Oh. The next one's in a few weeks' time, isn't it? And then they've got Rhino in October, haven't they?
Yeah, I've just put ringside for Rhino, and I'll see if I want to do the one in a couple of weeks.
There may be as well. We now have to discuss this, Matt. There might be a Wrestling Fellas side quest coming to the end of the month. What we've just been discussing.
oh
But
yeah,
we'll save that for it's a complete side quest, completely obscure.
yeah.
What we've been talking about going to like
It
the
could
last
do
few
if we
weeks
could
then.
if we find any wrestling ones.
Cards.
The cards, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
So yeah, there could be an absolutely like what the hell, but it will be called the Wrestling Finals side quest. We'll see. We'll see how we feel. Because me and Matt early morning, it's probably not going to be very well.
Get me a Mackey's breakfast, and you've got me for whatever you want. We're
Or
chilling now.
I'll get you a Mackey's, but I'm having a Tim's. But anyway, we're digressing already. Yeah, we had Bash in Berlin on Saturday, and we had NXT on Sunday. As we did last week, we are literally going to concentrate on the pay-per-views this week. We're not really going to do a rundown of the episodes. There is changes incoming as well. You'll see next week more than anything on how we talk about the weekly shows as well. But let's dive straight in. Do you want to start with NXT? Because it was obviously a level of pay-per-views. It was technically the lower one. Or do you want to go Bash because it's chronologically first?
No, we'll go NXT first. We'll run through NXT dead quick. So, NXT was fantastic. If you joined us for the live, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Me and Ted. Ted was falling asleep.
Where was the
halfway
live?
through it.
Where was the live?
Well, the live was on YouTube and TikTok. And we had good fun. We had a lot of people joining in. ETC, Burt Angle, Juicy, Desert Man, a few other people over on TikTok
Hi,
as
Stacey.
well.
I'll say hi to you.
Hey,
Stacey,
Stacey, yeah.
yeah. Sorry, fucking hell.
sister was in
I
again.
can't name every single person that was in it. Everyone that came in, we appreciate everything. We appreciate the gifts, the likes.
Slightly off track. How about we do for every subscriber and for people that join us on the live streams, we keep a little note. We do a little rundown of credits at the end. Thank you for joining us on the live streams.
Yeah, okay. I like that. We'll do that. But yeah, NXT. So we started off with the tag team titles. Chase U won it 2 weeks ago. So you'd think they'd keep hold of him. However, that wasn't meant to be. AX and Nathan Frazier beat Chase U. Very, very, very good tag match.
It was very, very fluid. It was very, very, very
Yeah.
fluid. There were no break. It went really choppy. It was a very clean match.
Yeah. And then at the end, Ridge Holland decided he was fed up with this Chase U crap and took out Chase U. Overdid it with the Andre Chase hospital thing. And the gurney, I think they call it. But I think that'll be Ridge now on his own. Probably feud with Chase U for the next couple of weeks, and then Deadline in December. He'll
banner in the works here, just really quickly fusing it. Could you see him linking back up with Pete, because Pete's doing the same sort of thing at the moment?
No, I think he's his own guy. I think Pete will finish up with NXT very soon, with Trick, and then he'll probably get put into a match at Halloween Havoc for the title. Pete Dunne. And then once that's done, it's done and dusted. I think that's just to keep... Because he's now on Raw every week. And he's getting involved in Raw. Whereas I think they originally put him in there because Tyler Bate got injured. And they were like, shit, we've got nothing for Pete Dunne. And then they threw him out and then put him in the Intercontinental title picture. I love the new... We'll get into Raw in a minute. But I love the new Intercontinental title. I love the fact there's new people in line rather than the same shit.
In the hunt, yeah.
Yeah, but I think Ridge will be the Deadline match in December for a chance at the NXT title. Zachary Wentz beat Wesley. Very, very good match. Dave Meltzer will probably give it a 1 star. But it was a very good match. Trey Miguel saved the day. Wesley was going to go and hit him with a chair. Zachary Wentz with a chair, and then Trey Miguel came from nowhere and grabbed it. And Zachary Wentz's finish is mental, by the way. Springboard stunner.
He flies over the top.
Yeah.
He
does a flip over the top of him and stuns him. It's mint. Kalani Jordan defeated Wendy Chu.
I've seen that before.
He's not like Athena's one. It's not like Ember Moon's. He literally flips over the top of him.
Moon.
Like he doesn't like when
But
Ember does it.
It's not in the corner or anything. It's literally off the middle rope. Off the top rope. And then springboards himself off. It's weird. Kalani Jordan retained the NXT North American Championship against Wendy Chu. And then at the end, Tatum Paxley took Wendy Chu out, carrying on the feud. Carrying on the feud between Tatum and Wendy Chu. That's going to get going. Kalani, really good as North American Champion. She's really surprised me with how well she's going to do with it. I thought they just put her on it because they thought she was the best person at the time, and they wanted to sell Rucko to be the champ, but Kalani's doing really well.
But like we said, though, during that match, though, we both said that Thea Hale should be the one to beat her for that title.
Thea Hale or Sol Rucko, one or the other.
Yeah.
I don't mind either one, but they need to do something with Thea Hale. They need to do something with them.
That division's stacked. The NXT Women's Division is the most stacked, I'd probably say, out there at the minute. It's so good from top to bottom.
The issue, though, is women wrestling. We said this last week. Women wrestling, I don't know about the NXT one, but women's wrestling right now, it needs, in every company, needs somebody to sort of walk around everyone and go, let's book these better.
NXT is probably the only one that do it right.
I've seen the cards on like the weekly show, and they seem to get a lot of time on TV. They get quite a few matches each week.
They always have like 3 matches a week.
Yeah, so maybe everybody needs to take a leaf out of that book. And
Sean's book and book the women right. Obafemi defeated Tony D'Angelo. Thank God to retain the North American title. Obafemi, mate, I do not see anyone beating him for that title yet. There is no one. I thought Odyssey Jones might come down, because on Sunday the news broke he wasn't put on the WWE roster, so the original thought was he was being moved down. More on that later. But yeah, no, Obafemi retained the title. Obafemi's a beast. I always talk about him. He will be a star on the main roster. I cannot wait for him to debut on the main roster. Roxanne Perez defeated Jada Parker. Fantastic match. I wasn't expecting it to get as long as it did. And I wasn't expecting Jada Parker to do as well as she did, to be fair to her. And then Roxanne obviously retained the title. And then at the end, I heard there was Cora Jade backstage. She's ready to return. And I thought that's who was going to come out. However, it wasn't. It was Julia making her debut in NXT, who is now my favourite. And she stared down Roxanne Perez. Obviously, claiming that she wants
She
the
has
title.
the look, well, the way she styled herself anyway. Well, I've seen a picture of her with Sean, I think it was. She has a look of bliss, Julia.
I thought a bit of Bliss and makeup-wise, a bit of Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell she's got that Japan sort of influence, I'd say, definitely.
As long as you don't wrestle like Zack Sabre Jr., we're all good. And the main event, Ethan Page defended the NXT, no, not the American Championship, the NXT title against Joe Hendry with Trick Williams as the referee. Great storytelling, great match. Showed that Ethan Page, they trust Ethan Page with the title. He's going to hold the title for quite some time now, which I'm so happy about.
We way before Ted came in with us, we were martyring for more Ethan Page stuff. We both love Ethan Page from YouTube. Just seems like a nice guy. I'm hoping it gets booked for an event over here where I can do a meet and greet with him. And obviously, I don't watch NXT, but knowing Ethan Page is actually getting a title run and getting to show what he can do before he comes up to the main roster, best thing. Could he be this just generations of NXT's Finn Balor?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Where he puts the eyes on the product and makes it changes.
Him and Trick. I think him and Trick are the two that are going to lead it going forward. I don't think Trick will come to the main roster for a good year or so. But then Ricky Starks comes in. Ricky Starks can take that place, and it's Ricky Starks and Ethan Page. But Ethan Page is, considering he's been in the company, 3 months?
At that, yeah.
Won the title, was getting no reaction when he came out, and now he's just getting booed all the time. And he's getting a reaction, and he's the champ.
He's getting booed in a good way.
Yeah.
WWE's intentions with Ethan Page, for someone that's not watched NXT, I instantly knew their intentions with Ethan Page is they want him to work because they've already given him a Mattel figure. And if you collect toys, you understand that you don't really get many NXT superstars get Mattel figures. I don't think there's been an NXT range in years, actually. I'm trying to think last time I had an NXT figure. Finn Balor is probably the last one. Maybe
not an actual NXT range, but like Bron Breakker, Trick's got a figure. Camilla Hayes has got a figure. Roxanne has.
They've been around for a while, and they're only just getting the figures. Ethan Page has been in the company 3 months.
Yeah.
He's got a figure coming already. They've already made a big hoo-ha.
When did Lexis King came in? Was it October? November, Lexis King.
No, I think he was a little bit earlier than that. I feel like he left AW in the summer.
Did it? Because he got his first figure in March, I believe. So he took some time.
It took some time.
Sean Spears hasn't even got a new one.
Yeah, but AEW have literally only, he was with AEW I think 4 years.
Yeah.
Nearly, not from the beginning, but not far off. And he's only just got his figure. It only released in the last couple of months after he left.
Mm-hmm.
I want an Ethan Page figure when that comes out.
I want an Ethan Page AEW figure as well, but I am not paying the 35 quid people are charging for it. Well, I hope. But I have found some cheap ones, so.
Fair enough.
Gonna get me Eddie Kingston.
No, you don't. Yeah, in the match, it was great. We all thought the storyline was with Pete Dunne going to come in and take out Trick, and then another referee comes out, and that's how Ethan Page wins. Trick did get took out for like 5 minutes or so. Not even 5 minutes, a couple of minutes. The referee came out to count the pin when Ethan Page went for the pin, but Trick stopped it, and then he had to pin the freak out anyway. And then right at the end, Pete Dunne attacked Trick Williams. And as we saw on Raw last night, said he's going to go to NXT now after he took out Sheamus to go and take out Trick, which I think we could see Sheamus in NXT tonight. Take out Pete Dunne to carry on the feud. But that was NXT No Mercy. Fantastic. Last year's No Mercy was mint. It was headlined by Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton in a no-holds barred match for the NXT Women's title. This was obviously Ethan Page, Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is a mega star, mate. Joe Hendry, the crowd love him.
Before we get in the bash, let me just on the back of that now, because people obviously last night Bronson Reed couldn't compete in the qualifier. So there was one or two people in the live last night going, Joe Hendry, Joe Hendry, Joe Hendry. Now, obviously, I've seen Joe Hendry in Independence. I get that he's a viral sensation right now. Honest, straight up question. I'm not talking about his in-ring and stuff like that. But with viral sensations, 1 minute there, as everybody knows, 1 minute you're at the peak and everybody's absolutely loving the viral sensation, but you can drop off very quickly. If that viral sensation drops with him, do you think he would be able to survive after that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. With Joe Hendry, I do. He's likable. You know, you get these viral sensations.
He's a good heel as well, by the way. If anybody hasn't seen his heel work, he did WCPW. I think a lot of their stuff is free on YouTube now.
Yeah, it's Defiant.
He worked the heel for them, and he was really good as a heel. I don't do viral sensation. I don't do, as I've spoke before, I don't do all the like YouTubers and stuff like that for us. I don't know why, but I don't get the hype behind him. But then I haven't watched him in the NXT or TNA either. It was just something the other day, last night. It just dawned in my head if the hype behind the viral of him and his song dwindles out, is he going to survive the back of that? Because obviously I feel WWE are cashing in on him because of his viral sensation.
Well, they are
place at the moment.
I don't blame him.
Which is correct business. Absolutely. If we could make a viral sensation and cash in the back of it, absolutely we would do. It's just the survival after that.
So, if you were to ask me this after, because he's going to be in the Rumble, I sent you a TikTok
100%
the other day. He'll be in the Rumble.
100%.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him somewhere at WrestleMania if it's still high as then. It wouldn't surprise us. Backstage skit or something. Not in ring, backstage skit. Well, that's on SmackDown, isn't it? No. But yeah, like a backstage skit, I can see him being in at WrestleMania. If it's all died down this time next year, do I still see him going to WWE? Yes. Do I see him going to the main roster? No. It'll be NXT. But if it's still as high as it is now and he's brought out a new song or whatever and it's gone viral again, he will go straight to the main roster. He won't. He will skip NXT because he's literally just done. He's doing NXT now. I think WWE are doing it with NXT now, so he's done NXT. He gets the WWE product, and then when his contract ends next year, he goes straight to the main roster, whether it be Raw or SmackDown. Probably Raw.
Absolutely. And I hope. Do you know what? And this is not me saying anything negative. Me thinking, because I know you guys like him, and all the people that watch this like him. This is me playing devil's advocate. Like, is he just a one-trick pony sort of thing? And
well, you know, I mean, you know he's not. You've seen him in the Independents.
Yeah, he can wrestle. I'm not doubting it.
No. I mean, just take away the song though, and take away his current form now.
Yeah.
We know he can work. We've seen it, like you said, in WCPW and Independence. We know what he can do in the UK wrestling scene. We know what he can do in TNA before he even released that song. So, do I think he's main roster material right now? Probably not. Probably got a few more months under a WWE NXT belt kind of thing. But it wouldn't surprise me to see him pop up at like a Rumble or a backstage skit with R-Truth somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Absolutely written in the stars that he's going to have. He's in the Rumble, just like Sean Spears will be in it, number 10. Even though you know he's not the perfect 10 no more, they'll still do that for the pop for the crowd.
Yeah.
And yeah, it could be one of them ones where someone's looking for someone backstage and they just get, where is he? And he sticks his head out the door. He does his little smile and let's say it's Priest, he pushes him back in. No, not you.
That'd be mint.
That'd be really, really
That'd
good.
be mint. But that was NXT No Mercy. I know obviously we're doing this kind of new thing. That was NXT No Mercy. Very good event. Go back and watch it. If you want to see our live reactions, you can do with NXT No Mercy on the YouTube channel. Go back and watch it. We had fun. However, you can't with Bashing Berlin. Bashing Berlin.
Yeah.
Good show.
So, it was a good show.
Do you know what I'd call it? A good wrestling show for WWE.
I would call it a very good house show, shown live.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
The matches were great. I enjoyed the matches, but when I've been to house shows and live events, I've enjoyed their matches too. I think it was one of them, and I think we've touched on it before, like Saudi and Clash this year as well. They are put on for that country, that thing, and they don't. The matches, barring one match, we knew were the winners, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a C pay-per-view, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a C pay-per-view. It's what happens on these pay-per-views, regardless where they are.
Obviously, we'll dive into it a bit more. I really enjoyed it. I'm not taking it away from it. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't well as well, so it gave me something to focus on other than that as well. But I would enjoy, and I'm getting it wrong. As somebody that gets them coming over every now and then, I'd prefer if we had a likes of Money in the Bank or Backlash, an actual historical pay-per-view coming to us, or going to Germany or that way, because then you've got the bit more concern of like stuff could change here because it's a proper pay-per-view. It's not a. That's it. You know what? I'll retract my originals. It's not a. That's a PLE, not a pay-per-view.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And I kept saying it when I don't want people to compare it to All In. It's a C pay-per-view. If you're gonna do it in tiers, obviously you've got your A pay-per-views as the 4 main. Then you got your B ones, which Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank, and then you got your C ones, which is Bash in Berlin, Clash at the Castle. Ones that are dead predictable. You know what's gonna happen, but they still put on good matches. So this, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. I thought the match was great. I've opened up the show, which I've gone for told us why in the post show. Cody, they put on a good show. I feel the end was rushed. It kind of like went for the stunner, missed, Crossroads done.
Yeah. It was very weird.
It was a very weird ending to the match. Cody Rhodes obviously retained the WWE Championship. We all know now, going forward, it's going to be Cody and Solo. However, then going forward at Bad Blood, it isn't going to be Cody Solo. It's going to be a different kind of match. Well, apparently it's going to be a tag match, so probably Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes again versus the Bloodline. But Dave Meltzer's reported he won't defend the title, but he will have some form of match with Solo in there. So whether that's going to be, we'll find out on SmackDown, because obviously the debut.
I don't know how I feel about that, but
I think it shows to build up, because at War Games, Dave Meltzer has announced it already. Like we didn't already know, but it's going to be War Games with the Bloodline. So we know we're going to get Bloodline back together.
Yeah.
But at what point?
If we're working up to that, it could have. Obviously, the tag team, we've got a potential of Kevin dropping out and costing him the win, maybe that way. And we get the heel turn on Kev that everybody's wanting. I don't really want it.
I don't want it.
But a lot of people hoping for it the weekend. I would like to see maybe a more. I don't know if he's just seen it, but I would rather see Solo and Cody go for the title one more, and something interrupts it and starts, building up Jimmy or Roman again or something like that to build up. That I would prefer. I feel Bad Blood has it in its name. We should have a match that has a Bad Blood feel to it. So these two absolutely despise each other.
But, they will be in it. They will be in a match with each other, but what match we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, after Raw, we know we're going to talk about it in a minute, but we know Drew and Punk are going to be in a match, probably Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood.
Yeah.
Which will be sick if it happens.
It's not a bracelet on a rope, though, is it?
It's not a bracelet on a rope, definitely. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, for some weird, strange reason, have won the Women's Championship, Tag Team Championships from Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn. I don't agree with people saying Jade needs to turn on Bianca now. I think it's still too early for Jade. I think she still needs Bianca to protect her in the ring as a team. But I also feel like the title should not have changed hands.
No, title should not have changed hands. And devil advocates again. If you want Jade to work a bit better, if you are going to split them, have Bianca stab her in the back.
Yeah. Do it the other way around.
Do it the other way around, because Bianca can work. We know Bianca can do heel. She did it in NXT, and we know what she can do face. Jade's still learning, I feel, for me, the face gimmick, because she was all heel in AEW. I feel she's still learning this, and I think maybe work that in, it may help her develop a better relationship. She's got a great relationship with fans as it is at the moment. I think it'll help more if she's the face in that disagreement, and obviously you can build her up to be the face of the female roster, which is what they do.
Yeah.
Because the face is always the face, the good guy. So I would have Bianca Belair, because they teased it on the promo on Raw. The Raw, not last week's. They teased it with Bianca Belair, saying basically if they don't win that tag team title, she doesn't know how they continue on as a duo together. That was her that sort of said that sort of thing, not Jade.
Yeah.
And I think that'll work better that way. But yeah, I agree with you, mate. Them titles, they shouldn't have won them titles.
They shouldn't have. There was no need to take them off Alpha Fire and Aladon. We talk about the women.
You didn't even need them to lose. You could have someone come in and get a DQ.
You could have the Shayna Baszler team come out and cause the DQ or damage control. Like, you've got women's tag teams now that are all vying for the titles. Why are they all not just doing a mass brawl and it turns out they're going to have a gauntlet match at Bad Blood or something? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we not trying to think outside the box with the women's tag team titles instead of just giving them to the two main people that we know are going to go probably 1 point undefeated? And no one's going to take the titles off him until some shenanigans happen somewhere. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking stupid, and it's annoyed me it's happened. Punk and Drew. Fantastic strap match.
It was really good.
I really enjoyed it. I was intrigued all the way through. Punk, as we all knew, was going to beat Drew McIntyre. Drew won the first one. Punk won this one, which is our road to lead to Bad Blood.
As well, if they need a bracelet, I've got one.
Yeah, on Raw, the Punk claimed he was going to go for Gunther. And no, he wanted gold. He also said it in the post show after Bash in Berlin and said, Gunther, I'm coming for you. And then out from nowhere, Drew McIntyre takes out Punk on Raw and says, bah, I'm not done with you, mate, after Bash.
He absolutely obliterated him last night.
And killed.
I was so happy.
And destroyed the bracelet. Rest in peace,
bracelet. Best thing about the whole thing that bracelet destroyed. Obviously, Punk's going to get a new one.
They're going to conveniently start selling on WWE Euroshop.
Yeah,
I believe you can buy bracelets on there at the moment, but obviously not Punk ones. No, it was a good match. I can't take it away. I would love to be able to say something bad about Punk in that match. I can't.
They went for 19 minutes, 15 seconds. We all thought Punk won't last 10. I thought they both did their own thing. It worked really well. The attire Punk wore was the last attire he wore in AEW. People pointed out online. Don't know why, but they did. You know, people like making this thing.
They like making a molehill out of an anthill.
Yeah, of course they do. The Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley defeated the Judgment Day. And again, great tag match. It was my second match of the night. For me. Fantastic. Quality. Like, it was storyline wise.
It did its job.
Yeah, storyline wise and building everything up. It was perfect.
Absolutely great. Obviously, there was a few mishaps in there. Obviously, I'm not going into them because I'm not going to have people go out and look for them. Obviously, with wardrobes and stuff like that, but that happens all the time. Mami getting the win and doing her signature pin, which she has named now. I did have the name up and I forgot it. She actually gave that pin a name.
Pretzel pin.
Is it a pretzel pin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She came out. They both came out the turn, but she looked like a possessed Mami on Saturday. She was there to cause issues. I love the fact that she wanted to wrestle Dom. It makes me feel like we're getting a step closer to her actually competing with the men, which we want because we want them to take the tag titles off JD and Finn.
I've got a weird feeling it's going to be Jay and Damien. I feel like they're doing it to Jay and Damien.
Yeah, after Raw last night. So Raw last night, early doors, Rhea came out to the promo. She ended up getting her leg tied up in the rope.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was a botch, but now as the Raw went on, I actually think that was well choreographed because
Yeah,
of
it
the
was.
bottom two ropes. So she spent the rest of the night in a knee brace. Priest wanted to take on the Judgment Day because they caused it all, and Priest said, "Yeah, but you need a tag match because Finn and JD will only face you in a tag match." And he's like, "Well, I haven't got any friends." And Mami's like, "I know somebody."
Yep.
And then Priest sort of realised it was. And later on, he's like, "Well, have you spoken to him? What's he said?" Yeah, he hasn't said yeah. He said yeet. Which then the crowd went mad because we got Priest and Jay Uso versus JD and Finn. Also teasing a little storyline with Mami and Jay, which they've been working on online themselves for weeks and months now.
Don't let Rikishi know.
Yeah, no, he thinks to split up Jay's marriage. No, Reed's just got married.
Yeah.
But the match itself was great.
It was really good.
And then we had match of the night for me. Gunther versus Randy Orton. When I say a good wrestling show, I mean this. It was fantastic. We had Kaiser come out. Obviously, Samantha Irvine introduced Randy Orton. And then Kaiser came out to introduce Gunther, which I thought was great. 'Cause I've got nothing but praise for Kaiser recently. And you can tell what that meant for Gunther, for Kaiser to introduce him in Berlin. The match itself was fan-fucking-tastic. I've rewatched it back, and it's still as good as you watch it the first time. It was great.
I enjoyed it. I'm not me not picking it as my match at night. It's not me criticizing. It was a banger.
It was
a shame. I was more into the Terry Twins match, I think, because there's been for me a bit more of a build up for that one coming. I loved it though. Good match. It showed why Randy is one of the best of all time.
Yep.
And why Gunther is one of the best currently at the moment. I love that they acknowledged each other at the end of the match as well. I don't normally like that thing, but I think that almost felt like a passing of the torch moment.
Yeah, it did.
Even though Randy's like nowhere near done, I don't think.
Happens we've gone through a lot though. Like, obviously after WrestleMania when Sami Zayn beat him for the title in the post press conference thing, he gave all props to Sami Zayn and said we shook hands backstage. But don't think I'm done. I want that world title kind of thing. But Gunther's one of the best wrestlers they've got on there, if not the best wrestlers they've got at the moment on there. Everything he does is just gold.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched a bad Gunther match.
Do you know what? I said that the other day. I've not watched one bad Gunther match.
So I don't think he has one in him.
Although I don't. Technicality last night on TV when Sami said, "I'm the only man to beat you in a WWE ring."
Yes. Thank you that you brought that up and not me, because it's usually me that brings stuff like that up. There's a man called Ilya Dragunov.
I'm really surprised he's not tweeted or put something on and saying, "Well,
I've been told he's not allowed because NXT UK doesn't exist anymore."
Yeah, NXT Europe's not going to be a thing either.
But it was on NXT, wasn't it? It was on NXT Takeover.
Yeah, I know.
That's what annoys me.
Remember, he's German. He's from Germany as well.
I can't be shushed.
No, I heard that last night. I was sat there, just like, I don't think I said anything on stream. I just literally made. I was like, and I think they said it as well. And then there was an advertisement at the bottom of the screen for the finals of the Intercontinental tournament.
And
Ilya came up.
Ilya's on there, and I'm like.
By the way, fantastic. We obviously spoke about Bash and stuff now. A fantastic match from Dragon, considering Dom got rushed away. Ilya and Dragon Lee. I thought it was fantastic between them two.
I thought Dom was going to win it. And I said on stream that match is going to slap from the once I realised that was the match. I actually enjoyed the match more when Dom pissed off.
I did. I thought them two had just such great chemistry, and it just worked well between them.
I thought the finish was a bit weak, but obviously I've not watched much Eli. He did that flipping shoulder charge in it. I didn't know if that's his finisher. I just seen this like a shoulder charge, and I thought, all right, okay, he'll do his finish now. No, he got a free pin. I'm like, okay.
He does two. He does like a big punch from the middle rope, like, or he does it from standing, or he does that.
He does the torpedo, which is the arm into the the face on the ground.
I think that was what he did. But Dragon Lee was on a good bit of a run just before he did it, so that's why I was very confused. Like, Dragon Lee just dropped him a few times.
I'm glad we got to see Dragon Lee in action as well, because Dragon Lee, we know, if you watch NXT, you know how good he is. Yeah. Obviously, he's worked before NXT, but I only know him from NXT. So I'm glad he got some TV time last night, away from the LWO, away from Rey Mysterio and whoever it is that's in there.
I'm glad this Intercontinental qualifying tournament, whatever, the last four different wrestlers that haven't really been in the picture.
Exactly.
It's different not usual people. Kev Owens, Sami Zayn, and LA Knights, and it's not. It's four people. Jey Uso, he's been on TV. He's up there right now as one of the most popular wrestlers. But Jey Uso was probably the biggest name in that match on paper.
Yeah.
Got Pete Dunne, Ilya Dragunov.
Well, now Strowman.
Well, Strowman, yeah. And now Strowman as well. But Strowman's only in it. I think Bronson Reed was going to be in that. But Bronson couldn't beat last night due to COVID.
Yeah.
But it looks like that'll be a good. It's a fatal 4-way next Monday.
Yeah.
Or Monday night. It's going to be good. I think this Monday's night's Raw is going to be really good. The one
it will be because it's on a new station, isn't it? Same with SmackDown next week. SmackDown next week is going to be mint.
For the next 3 weeks, he advertised last night. For the next 3 weeks, there's going to be the 3 shows are going to be on CW. It's going to be limited adverts. Don't know how that affects us here in the UK.
Which means they'll be the same for us in the UK.
Yeah, and that's the Premier one. Because you've also got, which was announced last night, which I am excited about, an 8-person tag match, street fight, between the Wyatt Six and American Made, which I'm going to be intrigued if they restrict Nikki Cross and Ivy Nile to just each other, or can Ivy Nile and Nikki Cross do stuff for the men as well? Because then that could be the test of the waters going forward as again. What else was announced last night?
Liv and Rhea for the women's title got announced. Well, Rhea put out the challenge, and then on YouTube exclusive, Liv accepted the challenge. So we're getting Rhea and Liv for the world title as well.
Good. I think we'll see something of Jay and Damien again as well.
Yeah.
Some sort of incarnation. Sammy and Gunther, yeah. So last night on Raw,
Punk and Drew.
Obviously, you had all the Punk and Drew stuff that Matt went through before, but Gunther came out. He was having a chat, and then out comes Sammy. Sammy's $3 challenge, but he wants the title. Gunther turned him down, and basically Sammy just said in better words than that, but he knows that Sammy can beat him.
Yeah.
And he says he feels, well, on the lines of that he's scared of Sammy. It's not a lie. How do you feel about Sammy taking on Gunther next?
I'm happy with it.
I love it. Yeah, same.
Good, right challenger.
I'm going to go record. I would be okay if he's the one that topples him.
Yeah, same. I wouldn't be.
I know you want,
but I wouldn't mind it. I'd rather Gunther keep it until Rumble at the earliest, but if that's how they want to go, I wouldn't be sad.
So I'm in this frame of mind with titles right now because we've had so long of people holding onto titles for so long. Gunther being one, Roman obviously with being the other. That I'm at a point where I don't mind them. And Seth, yeah. Seth as well, the world. I always forget about Seth, the world heavyweight, because he was actually on TV more.
Yeah.
I'm at a stage now where I don't mind a little bit of flipping, flopping, but with the right people. And I don't mean every week, like hold it on for a month, 2 months, then change and maybe storyline that way. I don't think I'd be engaged if someone holds a title for 1,000 days again. And I think I'd lose interest very quickly in them.
So, I don't want him to do the long title reigns, as in Roman or Seth for 200 odd days he held it, or Gunther for 666 days. But I feel like when it's a world title, because Cody's going to hold that for a year as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a world title. I think the reigns have to be the right amount of length. If it's an Intercontinental or United States or a tag team or something like that, I don't mind it changing and flipping flopping. World titles, you've won that title because one, the company believe that you are the right man for the face of the company to go forward, and you've earned it. So for me, if we were talking about Damien Priest still holding the title now, and we're going into Bad Blood, and it's Sami Zayn that's challenging him, I'd be, okay, now it's time for Damien Priest to hand over the reins to Sami Zayn. The way they've built Gunther up, and the way that he's a machine, him losing the title, I think it damages him.
Now, see, Gunther's my main concern with the titles. I'm not really too concerned about, obviously, Cody is sort of away on his own at the moment with that held, and we know his storyline's already plotted for him for going through his title run. Gunther's my main concern, and it is that reason, is because they want to build Gunther up as this unstoppable man. As you just mentioned, they're only acknowledging that one person's beat him, and that was Sami. Obviously, we're not meant to remember about Eli beating him.
that'll probably get brought up. Someone will probably say, "Well, that wasn't WWE, that's NXT." Yeah. That's what that'll be. But I don't mean I want Gunther to hold it till this time next year, because I don't. But him losing it after a month and 2-3 weeks, it damages him personally. I think it does. Not to the point where he completely just goes off onto doing nothing, but from going from a long title reign to having a month and a half with the world title, for me, shows that Gunther isn't the right man to hold Raw down. Now, if you were to tell me in December he loses the title to Sami Zayn, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. He's had it for 4 months. What would it be? September, October, November, December. 3.5 months he would have held it for August, innit? So he's held it for 4 months. I think he's ready to drop it, win it, and then win the Rumble, and then he's got 4 months to win it at WrestleMania. That's fine. I just feel world title after a month of winning it, I don't think it's a long enough reign. I just think it damages him personally.
No, I get what you mean, mate. I get what you mean. And that's sort of what I mean. But when I said to you before about this, when we were chatting earlier on, I think back to I'll use Rock and Triple H in the Attitude Era.
It annoyed me.
Where it changed. I found TV more engaging because you never knew. You never knew if Rock was taking on Triple H, and we never knew who was walking out with the title. I feel right now, because of these potential lengthy runs, it's very predictable to a degree. Like you just say, right? So he defended against Randy. We knew he wasn't dropping it against Randy. He's going to defend it potentially at Sami. Predictions, I'm probably going to back Gunther because it's only his second title defense. Because we are so used to that, they're going to have 3, 4, 5 months run of that title before they drop it. I would, for me, engagement-wise and excitement, and create that, could it happen? Have that back and forth. Because then you creates that element of, Raw, it's Gunther against Sami. Can Sami take it from? I don't know. Do you know what? I'm gonna have to watch it tonight to see it. Or Cody, and obviously I use Cody, and it's Cody and Roman, they would be the perfect two for the flip and flop for it, right? It's Cody Roman. Is it certain that Cody's walking out, or is Roman going to win it? Yeah. For me, it creates more excitement on TV, and I think that's where they need to start. For me, they need to start moving back in and try and create that unknown aspect of wrestling again. And it's not just WWE. AEW.
I was going
do
to
it as
say,
well.
AEW is the same with Daniel Bryan now, so he's got the title,
Yeah.
and we know as soon as he loses, he's done. So we know he's
Yeah,
holding it for quite
absolutely
some
same.
time now.
Absolutely same. As I said, I just obviously pinged in my head that it felt like it was a very WWE aimed that one. AEW do the same. You're absolutely right. Bryan Danielson's got the title now. We know he's going to hold on to that for some time. It's sort of been earmarked for a certain person. I'm not naming him. If you want to find out who it is, go and have a look online. I'm holding that in just for the prediction, get some points back. It's what we know till that comes up. Then when that happens, that could happen the next pay-per-view, and I'll be questioning whether he's actually gonna lose it. That's the unknown there.
Yeah.
I like it with all titles. I'd prefer maybe like LA Knight to have a long reign because it was stuck on Logan who didn't really do nothing with it. LA Knight could probably take that to the next level. Braun Breaker, that's had a long reign. So him dropping it maybe to potentially Jay or something, I'm okay with that. Tag titles, they've been on long reigns. Let's have a bit of mix up on them.
So say, and I'm throwing this out because I want to know your position on it. Going for Punk at Bad Blood. Punk wins. Instead of it being Sammy, it's Punk.
No, still no.
So why is it different?
No, so it will fuck me off.
No, Sammy. Tej just said no. So that's why I said, why is it different?
Why is that different?
Why is that different to Sammy winning?
Because, so that guy doesn't deserve a belt. That guy should never touch a title ever again. He doesn't deserve it. He's not loyal to any company. He's loyal to himself. Sammy's a company man. Sammy's been in NXT. He's fought his way up all the way through. It would be such a... Anybody the first time in NXT, we would have that moment on the main roster. And the fans would be... I know we've had the Mania one, don't get me wrong, he got his Mania moment. But him win the big one, for a lot of fans, especially fans like us, Sammy's our guy. We've seen him come up...
The only reason I say that with Punk, because that's the reason why I knew what you were going to say. So the whole argument here is Gunther's title reign is if he loses it against Sammy at Bad Blood, I'm fine with it being chopping and changing. Punk wins it at Bad Blood.
Yeah.
That's your argument. There's your argument. Your argument's chopping and changing. Punk's won it, but you don't want Punk to win it because Punk doesn't deserve it. Well, he might not deserve it, but he's doing what you're asking the company to do, and that's swapping and changing the title.
I 100% understand why you asked that. Punk's reason for not for people would be political.
I agree with. I agree with Punk. I agree with you. What you said with Punk. I totally agree with what you said. But that's the reason why I brought it in because it doesn't change from one competitor to another.
Yeah, no, it was clever to use Punk instead of somebody like Drew or somebody like that. It's clever to use Punk. Punk is a political reason. People's views on him. My view, when the Bad Blood and it goes on tape that everybody knows I dislike him, I would be absolutely seething. I'd probably watch less of the product, but they're giving me what I want at the same point. I'd have to roll with it. But then at the same point, we're in that aspect, and then Punk, is he going to drop it to Drew at any time? So it creates that unknown again, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
But it's not just titles. I want that in general wrestling. I wished wrestling didn't. Oh no, don't actually, because we wouldn't exist. But I wished like pay-per-views and surprises and stuff that weren't leaked online no more.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I want to be able to watch a pay-per-view and not know somebody's coming back 5 hours beforehand. So, for example, Sting at All In. Now, I wasn't 100% sure that he was there, but I was told by people and read online that he was in London. So, that, as much as I popped hard for it, I was expecting it. I said to Zoe, Sting's in the casket. He's going to open the casket. Sting's going to come out and grab him. I was expecting it. I would like to be able to go into a pay-per-view with the complete thought of who's walking out as champion, who's coming back, And I think that's why I like the Royal Rumble so much, because it is so unpredictable to a degree.
So I hate to bring this up, and I know you're just going to go mention WrestleMania again, but one of the best returns ever for me was the Hardys, because everything that were local was saying they were doing they were doing their own tailgate miles away from Mania.
They did a show the night before.
Yeah, a big show as well. It were them versus the Young Bucks. Yeah, it was Super Out of Honor versus the Young Bucks in a ladder match. So it was like they're too battered, too bruised to be doing another match tonight. There's not a chance at coming back.
So they were too old to do 2 matches in 2 nights in that aspect. That is the peak of us not knowing. This that return alone, we'll carry on without him. We'll fill him in a minute. That return alone is what I want from wrestling again. We haven't got an absolute clue at who's coming, when they're coming, where they're coming, who's going to walk out. That's what I want back I want back in wrestling. And
so it's been fun. I've not been looking at shows. No, like before
we've carried on, mate. Don't worry.
Before we've been doing pay-per-views for the day, I try and avoid any wrestling news because I'd rather not know. Like Matt knew about Cora Jade being backstage for NXT. I didn't have a clue. So if she would have come back, that would have been that moment. And Matt, I was asking Matt, and Matt was really good for this. He was telling me, I was like, oh, come on, tell me. And he was like, no, I'm not ruining the moment for you.
Absolutely.
Why would I do that for you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Matt knows this. I don't actively seek out wrestling news. I rely on Matt to text me or you to text me now. And I don't do that because I don't want to know what's happening. But it is hard when you do this and your social medias are following fan-based pages and pages. Obviously, we're in a lot of groups now because we're trying, obviously, to be promoting them and stuff. Yeah. It's hard. The only way they'll survive and be able to do that surprise stuff is stop telling the people like Meltzer and Brian Alvarez information, because they're the ones that are leaking it. Now, WWE and AEW might not necessarily be going to them and going, oh, this is happening. They may be telling people that it's in the match, like Survivor Series, Punk's returning. He's coming out at the end. We knew Punk was coming, just when. Now, obviously, has that been told to the guys and then one of them's phoned them? I think if that's the case, then they need to have a look at the talent and say, look, if you're going to be in the match and this person, it's an NDA. If this gets released, there's 5 people in the room.
Yeah.
There will be an investigation and then 5 people.
Yeah, agree.
You look at the footage, how many times you watch stuff backstage where they're hiding people backstage? What's the point? We know they're coming.
I know, stupid.
Not the Randy Orton one. The
Hardy Boys one kept quiet.
The Cody Rhodes one.
Yeah,
the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
But it's
that was Bash in Berlin. That was NXT No Mercy. We've
also a little rant about surprises.
A lot of rant surprises and title changes. That's what makes the channel dead great. But no, that's what we got next. All Out this weekend should be good. Well,
yeah.
Prediction videos already in the bag, already done.
Out on Saturday morning. So
yeah,
go and watch it.
Obviously, with prediction videos, as you're all aware, if matches are announced midweek, they're not going to be on the prediction video. We're not mind readers.
We'll let us know our thoughts if you come and watch us on Saturday night when All Out's on. We'll let you know what our thoughts on the matches and what our predictions are. Let's say that's where you can find us on TikTok and on the YouTube as well. I like that.
Also, there's a few real changes with predictions to let the people know. Now, when they're locked in on the prediction episode, they're locked in, and whoever's leading on each prediction video has to go first, so they can't just copy the others.
Yeah.
So they interest things up. I just had an idea about the prediction video as well, because we haven't announced what the winner gets at the end of the wrestling season for us.
Nando's. So I thought it was this.
Fucking bracelet. Let's get a bracelet made. The Wrestling Fellas bracelet.
It's about the bracelet.
I would love that.
I think we should have a Wrestling Fellas Beat It bracelet made in honor of this year's biggest.
I'll get my sister to make them because she's been making them for Taylor Swift things.
That's sick. That's such a sick idea.
So we're gonna have a winner, a runner-up, and then a loser one. And the punishment is the loser has to wear it at all times.
Yeah.
I'm game for that. I'll wear mine all the time anyway.
But no, that's anything else, Matt? Anything else?
Few things. Odyssey Jones has been took off, done and dusted. We don't know why. There's been nothing out. I've not checked the website over the last hour.
I think my phone has some buzzed.
But Odyssey Jones went from working with the New Day to nothing.
As we spoke about before, it could be something more than we all know. It could be something as simple as they've tested the water of potentially breaking up the New Day. It's not gone over very well, even though Odyssey did seem like he was getting over the crowd.
Yeah.
It could be planning, like, have they seriously thought, well, let's break New Day up, but what do we do with the guys after this storyline? We never know. Obviously, if that news breaks, we depend on what it is, we might discuss it. Obviously, if you've been watching this for a while, we don't discuss everything, but certain things we just don't.
We just skirt.
No,
for example, the whole Vince stuff, we haven't discussed that at all.
And we
looking forward to the show that's coming out. That's on Netflix.
Yes. I reckon a review video of that.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely. Victoria has signed a new Legends signed her first Legends contract with WWE. So we're going to get figures. She's going to be in the pub in the new 2K game next year. Happy? Not bothered?
Yeah. Not us either way.
Here, not there, that one for me, mate.
And the last one, which it's probably going to be a discussion, but we can't have it a discussion. Mercedes Moné has come out and said she wants to tag team with Megan Thee Stallion on AEW TV.
Simple, easy answer. No fucking way.
There you go. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching the weekly.
Not in my AEW. It's not a chance.
You know my Fusion celebrities. I'm just about bearing Logan Paul because he actually puts effort into it. Megan Thee Stallion, it is literally just because she likes Megan Thee Stallion. I don't even know who that is.
All I know her from is that she did a song in She-Hulk, or an appearance in She-Hulk, and that she got shot.
Isn't she a singer?
Potentially, yeah.
Oh, is she the one that Eminem's dissed in his new in Houdini?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, never mind. If Eminem's give you grief, I don't need you on TV. You're done with. If he's bored of you, I'm bored of you.
Well, that's it.
I don't think there's anything.
There's no other news.
Anything I noticed. Oh, I did notice something last night. Little thing. Keep an eye out when they do the "Don't Try This at Home" video. Rick Boogs is still in it.
No.
They still do the "Don't Try This at Home" video.
Yeah. Talk about how dangerous it is and the injuries and stuff like that.
I thought they've not done that in ages.
I was on last night. Rick Boogs is still in it, and I thought that's a bit odd because I normally chop people like that out as quick as they let them go.
It'll be like the old WWE ones, you know, when on Sky Sports when they never used to update them. That won't be a WWE thing. That'll be a TNT, and they've just left it.
No, that was an American one because it cut off like really sharply for our adverts.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I know it's Rick Boogs. I was just thinking maybe have they got an idea of bringing Rick Boogs back?
Probably not.
I did like Boogs though.
I like Boogs.
Probably not. Not unless they're going to put Joe Hendry on NXT.
Oh my god, that would be
Ted's just
insert
the GIF.
Yeah.
I'm gonna edit that and put your face on it, Ted.
That's fine.
But no, I don't think there's anything else. Obviously, we haven't mentioned it yet. We are affiliated with Euroshop. The link is in the description. Well, you know the script by now. Hit the link if you're going across. Obviously, the rest of the social medias are floating around. Probably they're all around me and Matt today. They're all above, stuff like that.
The social medias are below.
The social medias are below. And then obviously, all out this weekend, there will be a live stream on YouTube and TikTok. So do come and join us. Do us a massive favour though, if you do come and join and you are sitting, please engage with us.
Talk to us, man.
Yeah, please talk.
I did a Raw last night, and if anybody is watching the video that we're on Raw, don't take this the wrong way, but it was very boring doing it last night because I had Ted, sweet sister, chatting. Once they went to sleep, I was on my own. or a guy called Caden or something. Or
Yeah,
something.
Caden came in. Yeah.
Caden dropped in for literally like 5 minutes. I was on my own speaking to myself. It makes the ad breaks really awkward as well.
Did you have no one
one's chatting
staying
to
up with you like I did that every week? No.
No,
Fucking
no,
nice.
there isn't a me. There isn't a me in chat. And when I'm on, I might have to actually go on my own account and send myself questions, just to entertain myself. But that'll look really weird.
So what you need to do is you need to set up a bot, night bot for Twitch. When you set up a bot for TikTok, that just pings your questions every
Oh, that
15,
makes
20
us
minutes.
that makes us dead sad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks, bot.
But yeah, if you are in, get involved.
Talk to
We're
us.
not. We were happy to talk to you about anything. Within reason as well, because obviously we don't want to get banned for answering stuff we shouldn't. But yeah, YouTube, TikTok, Saturday, probably around about it's 1 o'clock start, so probably about 12:30. We'll probably jump on. And it's a late one as well, so we really do need your help, especially if you're stateside, to keep us going.
He's
But
looking
we'll
at
see
you,
he's on.
ETC.
Yeah, the ETC, I'm back. I'm back.
Better than ever.
That's a
Questionable.
copyright.
No, because it's our version, so it's not copyright. It's fine. That is absolutely fine. But yeah, guys, till the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
You